How's it going, everybody? Ryan here. Today I'm back with another new release movie review, and it is for one of my most anticipated films of the year. It is for James Wan's newest horror film, The Conjuring 2. The Conjuring 2 is the sequel to the 2013 horror film The Conjuring, one of my favorite horror films of the past couple years. This film is a very creepy movie. I saw it on my birthday in 2013, and it was an amazing birthday present. The film was so incredibly directed, acted just to an incredible degree, and the film was pretty creepy. When I first saw this movie, it did give me nightmares. It's a pretty creepy movie, and it's very much rewatchable. I mean, James Wan is that type of director that when he directs a movie, the director of photography does an incredible job. The shots are beautiful, just on their own. They either are just beautiful to look at or they are terrifying. He knows how to direct a classical feeling horror film. And that's what I was hoping we'd get for The Conjuring 2. Now, The Conjuring 2 takes place a couple years after the first film. Not a couple, I think it's actually a pretty decent amount of time after the first film. And this one follows Ed and Lorraine Warren again as they're investigating their most popular case. It opens talking about the Amityville horror cases and how they were investigating it, and that was the case that really got them skyrocketed into the public eye, and that's where people started to recognize them as great paranormal investigators. They get called up to do this one's called The Conjuring 2: The Enfield Poltergeist, and it follows this little girl who's being possessed by this demonic presence. And they go in there and they try to debunk it and figure out if it's actually a demon. Of course, it actually is, and we are brought into another great James Wan horror film. I loved this movie, not only as a great horror movie, but as a film on its own right. First off, the direction by James Wan. This is one of the best directed horror films I have ever seen. Moments of this film reminded me of Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. There's just some shots in this film that are so beautifully that are just incredibly done. That reminded me a lot of like the quick rack zooms from Evil Dead, the very quick editing style. And then a lot of this reminded me of The Shining, some of the slow, steady cam shots. This film was so terrifying. I am not exaggerating. I have never been in a horror movie, never watched one in my home, never watched one in the theater, where I've ever felt the urge to close my eyes as much as this film did. I spent $14 to literally get the shit scared out of me. This movie is one of the most effective horror films I've seen in a long time. The imagery, some of the just creepy characters in this movie got me and scared the absolute hell out of me. James Wan did it again, and I hope he keeps on with this track. He keeps on directing these Conjuring films. If not, he goes and just brings us into another world. I love the Insidious movies. I love the Conjuring movies. If he makes another incredibly crowd-pleasing, applaud-worthy horror franchise, I am so on board for this. I mean, this film was incredible, and that has a lot to do with all the other things that this film has to offer. Ed and Lorraine Warren, played by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, do an amazing job. They have great chemistry, and their characters are actually fleshed out and very much interesting characters, and I love how he focuses on some of their problems, some of their issues, how a lot of this paranormal stuff is getting to their head and it's messing with them in their home, and it's very well done by James Wan. I mean, he did a great job directing. They did an amazing job acting. The kids in this film, I don't exactly know what their names are, but the children in this movie, the girl in particular is incredible. The acting from her is a standout performance for sure. She does great in this movie. The film is effective. It's so scary. The score is very good, just like with any other James Wan horror film. Stands out just like not as much as the Insidious ones do, but it does stand out and it does give you the chills here and there. This film just got me bad. I love this movie, and a lot of me hates it because it scared me, man. Like, not a lot of horror movies nowadays really do get under my skin and scare me. This film had some imagery in it that really got to me. And the issues that I do have are very, very minor. There's not many issues I have with this movie. Just personally, I feel like the movie is long, but it's long for good reason. They're not only making a great horror movie, they're making a great movie. They're trying to set out to make a fantastic movie in its own right and flesh out really great characters so you care about them. My God, this film was so great. the main issue I do have is that it is a little bit too long, and there's a couple things that, yes, the movie is cliche in the sense that it follows a lot of the classic horror tropes and cliches, but like, it's better, it's used so much better in here than it is in like a January horror movie. James Wan knows how to make an effective jump scare. He knows how to scare the audience with a jump scare and not make it a false jump scare. This movie is just genuinely creepy. Every shot from the beginning to end had a sense of dread. The feeling of the film was so scary and so intense, and the tension just winds up and builds like a guitar string. I really love this movie. If not for it being a little too long, not personally for me, but just for others, and like maybe a couple moments here and there that do drag on a bit, this movie would be perfect. It is one of my favorite films of the year, maybe even right behind The Nice Guys. I love this movie, and I hope you guys check it out. The Conjuring gets 4.5 out of 5 stars. I do intend on seeing it again if I get the chance. It is terrifying, it is scary, and I'm not overselling it. Please go check this out for yourselves and tell me what you think. This movie just really got me. Hope you guys enjoyed my review for The Conjuring 2. I hope you guys go out and check it out. I am so happy that this film did not disappoint like Annabelle did. Annabelle was an atrocious piece of crap. But definitely check out The Conjuring 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will be back with more new release movie reviews as soon as I see more movies. If you have any movies you want to request down below that I missed earlier this year, just any movies, request anything down below and I'll try to get to reviewing it. Anything on Netflix I will do. So hope you guys enjoyed my review for The Conjuring 2. Please subscribe and I'll be back with more videos soon. So I'll see you guys later.